Any last words? Closing words?
Any last words?
Yep.
Where am I going? Into a casket?
No, not yet.
I hope not.
We got to wrap this up. Our tape is about to run out.
Oh, I don't know. What should be the
I think
topic?
we should
Just kind of a summary.
I think we should thank our sponsors.
Oh, that's a terrific idea. I think it's part of our contract, actually. I'm kind of glad you brought it up.
That's why I think we should
So
do
go
it.
ahead. Who do you want to thank first?
Well,
And I'll
all right.
thank the other
This
guys.
program was brought to you by the Denver Cryogenics Labs. If you want to be frozen for any length of time and then thawed at a date and time of your choosing, in place of your choosing, so that you can resume your life having not aged, having not lost any bets, having not gotten into any arguments with your boss or your wife or your children, call Denver Cryogenics Labs. Even if I can't say it, at 1-800-FREEZE-ME. And remember, pay top dollar, don't go for the cheap freeze because you'll regret it.
No, this is not an instance where you want to save a little bit of money because things are tight and you got a baby due, and you're saying we'll take the LS model without the heated seats. It's not worth it. Okay, it's just not worth it. Don't do it. You don't play around with things like this. When you're trying to kill bugs in the backyard, you don't buy the cheap stuff because you don't want your kids getting eaten up by ants. This is the same situation. You don't go for the cheap. You don't go on the cheap at all. And we also want to thank Boars and Butts, because I tell you what, the finest, most natural meats ever known to man are being produced and processed every day with real hands in real facilities with not even plastic gloves.
No,
I mean these guys are skin on skin. I mean it couldn't get more Grizzly Adams.
It's handmade meat, as a matter of fact.
I tell you what, Tom down there,
it is.
nobody can shape a rump roast like Tom can. It's a beautiful thing. Handmade meat.
Handmade meat. Get your hands on a Boars and Butts rump today, and see what it does for you in your life, in your mood. It's bound to improve.
They have some very exotic meats, and I'm not going to get into species because that would take forever, and I'm not going to get into exactly their sources. But when you look at the ostrich family, when you look at the porpoise family, when you look at all these other different whether they're species or whether they're, what would be the correct biological term?
Genus.
Genus. I thought it was starting with a G. What a genius I am. Thank you.
You're a genius.
Or their genus. No animals that are on the endangered species list are being harmed. But I'm telling you, there are some hybrids that very much resemble a lion, because I was down there visiting our friend, Tom, who was frozen 6 months ago to avoid the IRS, and I probably shouldn't be admitting this, but he gave me a call this morning.
As long as we don't mention his last name.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to say, no, we wouldn't want to, we wouldn't want to say that.
No.
We wouldn't want to say that. Because he's going to win this, he's going to go to the NFL according to you. He's going to go to the NFL, the NFC divisional final.
Oh Jesus, you've spoiled it. No, that wasn't him. It's a different Tom. Anyway, you were saying to your friend Tom, you were visiting Tom.
I called him up. I said, "Are you constipated anymore?" He said, "You know what? I feel wonderful because I didn't even pay for this. They didn't even tell me that this was a possible side effect among the 1,000 that were listed on the release form that he signed. But he's not constipated anymore. He's actually going to be smiling." And I can't tell you his last name, but you're actually going to see him smiling, and he's perfectly happy, and all the plumbing is working terrific. And he said that he didn't go on the cheap, and he said that he paid for, because he could afford it, he paid for the deluxe freeze process, and he's come out of it, and he said, "I'm ready to lose."
That's where you're wrong. It's a different Tom. All right, there are a lot of people named Tom. There's some imposters out there, but anyway.
Who could forget him?
Hallelujah. The NFL season is only 8 days away? Be there.
17 hours, 36 minutes, and 42 seconds.
Have your TV ready. Have your beer ready, your TiVo. Have all your chores done. Have your kids off at summer camp. Send your wife out for girls' night out. Have the beer stocked with fridge and the fridge stocked with beer.
Perfect.
And be ready for some football
Have the fridge stuffed with beer and the beer stuffed with fridge. Have everything ready to go. Have all kinds of snacks. There's no more I could add to that. That was beautiful. That was perfect. And if you can't afford the NFL ticket, then I tell you what, you befriend someone as much as you hate them that you meet or work with that does have the NFL ticket, or the red zone at least, and you let them know that the only thing you want in life and the only thing you want for Christmas is to go over to their house and to pass gas and watch every NFL game for the entire season, because that's the greatest gift that they could give you. And make sure you bring the cheese balls, because don't be a cheapskate. You gotta bring some treats. You gotta contribute.
From the Mile High City or thereabouts, this is Mickey signing off, wishing you the best of luck in a fabulous NFL season.
And this is Joey, and I ditto all of that because my esteemed colleague couldn't have said it any better. C'est la vie.
Adios.